USPS, the United States Postal Service, has committed to US $10 billion to electrify its entire fleet. My friends, this is the start of a new dawn. It's a new era. It's here. Electrification of the world is speeding up. And I've got to say, this is fantastic news. Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. My name's Sam Evans. I'm coming to you from Melbourne in Australia. Thank you for tuning in. Wonderful to see you. What a great day it is when you see this. This is serious, serious stuff. Now, recently, I've had some pretty significant issues, not myself, but people close to me with getting cancer. And because of that, I've read lots of research on how cancer is caused. One of the biggest ways it's caused is from obviously environmental stresses, including in particular exhaust emissions from cars, from trucks as well, even worse. This is going to help change that. Honestly, if you live in a city, you are definitely being exposed to massive amounts of pollutants, which absolutely mean you're at a higher risk of cancer. So what does that mean? Well, honestly, you need to exercise. I've got to say this. I'm going to make a video about this because it's very important. And when it happens to someone close to you, you realize just how serious this stuff is. You realize just how you might have it now and you don't know. You really don't know. In fact, we all have some level of cancerous cells in us. We're always dealing with this. And you never know. Something can happen. Some sort of thing can trigger the environment and make your body just break down, and essentially, before you know it, you've got a stage 3 cancer. Anyway, my point is you can do a lot to try and help this. Aside from electrifying an entire fleet of the postal trucks, which is massively, massively helpful to this, to reducing this, you can do stuff for yourself right now. One of the things I've been doing is after each time I eat, go and walk for 10 minutes. Hard walk, a brisk walk, go and walk for 10 minutes quickly, and I have a drink. I have a drink of water with apple cider vinegar that reduces the glycemic index of the food that I just ate. And I have cinnamon in there as well. Plus I have berberine. I have a few other things as well, but those are the 3 key ingredients there. Of course, you can have things like curcumin and also do things like get more sun. Intracellular melatonin is extremely powerful antioxidant. I think it's one of the key reasons why a lot of people who work outside are actually less likely to get cancer than those of us who work inside. So, the United States Postal Service announced its $9.6 billion 5-year plan for fleet electrification today. That's going to help increase the number of sustainable powertrains or clean, non-polluting vehicles on the roads delivering mail. These vehicles are driving all day, every day. They're polluting a lot more than the average vehicle. So it's extremely good news. The USPS announced on Tuesday it plans to invest $9.6 billion over the next 5 years to electrify its fleet of delivery trucks. The commitment will ensure that 75% of its new purpose-built next-generation delivery vehicles, NGDVs, will be electrified. 75%. That's not the number that I was hoping for, but considering the fact that we all thought they were going to be 100% gasoline-powered, go from that to 75% electric-powered, and it's a huge improvement. Additionally, the Postal Service committed to acquiring 100% electric NGDVs starting in 2026 and never buying another gas-powered mail vehicle after that. Over the next 5 years, the USPS will purchase 45,000 specialized NGDVs from Oshkosh Defense, which specifically designed vehicles for mail delivery. An additional 21,000 off-the-shelf commercial EVs will be purchased. So that's a total of 66,000 vehicles that are being driven, obviously, constantly. It is a considerable switch from the previous plans announced by the US, which were broadly criticized, lambasted, fairly so. And in July, the Postal Service said it would increase the concentration of electric vehicles in its fleet to at least 50% of the 165,000 vehicles it would purchase during its process to modernize its fleet. It was previously 20%. So, as you can see, you guys and whoever was actually saying stuff made videos about this, critiqued them. It helped. It actually did make a difference. It led to change. That's hugely important. At one point, the USPS said a full fleet of EVs would not be possible before 2033 without an additional $2.3 billion in funding. Obviously, they're not interested in actual running costs, which would have saved them billions of dollars. This was prior to the Biden administration's $3 billion contribution from the Inflation Reduction Act. You know what? I'm not partisan to any political party. As you guys know, I critique both sides of the aisle. But as you can see, the IRA is unquestionably working. Many of you have said I'm wrong on this. I've heard it numerous times. But there's so many things that have happened. So many positive developments as a result of the IRA. I just have to say, even if this expenditure looks to you like it's actually a waste of money or like it's too much money that shouldn't be spent, I disagree. You know how much money we spend on fossil fuels, how much money we spend on supporting the oil and gas industry? Take that away, put it into EVs, put it into solar, put it into renewable energy. Guess what? We have cleaner air. You are less likely to get cancer and many other respiratory illnesses and numerous other issues. I mean, we don't know if there's links between the air quality we're breathing or the bad air quality we're breathing and kids getting things like, what? Autism. There could be. Earlier this year, President Biden set aside $3 billion to modernize the USPS delivery fleet as part of the Inflation Reduction Act. The full amount is being invested into the USPS's fleet electrification efforts, the White House said, to increase ambition and pace in electrifying its fleet. The $3 billion contribution from the IRA, along with the USPS's investment of $6.6 billion US in funds, brings the total investment to $9.6 billion. This sum will result in 66,000 new electric delivery vehicles and tens of thousands of EV charging stations by 2028. This is progress. It is disappointing, extremely disappointing, that some people in politics are insisting that 50% of new vehicles will be gasoline-powered vehicles for the mail, for the US Postal Service. But 50% EVs is a hell of a lot better than 0% EVs. So I am really, really excited to see this development. Now, the only thing is here that 66,000 new vehicles means each one of them is costing $100,000 US each. What I think should happen is this process should be done again. There should be a new bidding process put in place for these vehicles. Rivian, Tesla, many car companies, even General Motors with BrightDrop, maybe or any of them is in a position to do this at a cheaper cost, meaning more of these vehicles can become EVs rather than gas guzzlers. Hopefully that happens. You know what? Sometimes Elon Musk makes some big comments and people don't like it. But maybe if he gets in here, makes some comments, maybe the White House will say, you know what? You're right. We don't want new gas guzzling vehicles on the road when we don't need them. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree? Do you disagree? As always, my friends, have a great day.